Hello, hello, hello! My name is Bella Merwin, and this is my favorite quote.
Why be moody when you can shake your booty?
And today we are going to be ranking all of the shows I've been in. I've been in theater at my high school, as you know, if you've watched my Mamma Mia video. If you haven't, go check it out. And I decided how fun it would be to reflect on all those shows and put them in a tier list maker and give you all the drama on the shows I've been in. There's none, I promise. And so, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so here is my tier maker. So let's go quickly through what the levels are of shows. So basically I have, oh my gosh, yes, I would love to do it again. It was such a great experience. We have super fun, would do again. Not my like top, but it's like my top, you know? It is what it was. It is what it was. And we have, it was meh, it was fine. I mean, like, it was a show and I did it. And then there was, no thank you, meaning I don't really want to do it again, but you know, you gotta be thankful for all the shows you do. Quickly go through also what the shows I've been in. So, starting from like this side over here, so you can't see the full logo, but this is the 146 Point Flame. I didn't do the show, like I wasn't in it. I was actually a student director, so I got to be all the behind the scenes for once instead of being on stage. So I still count that as like a show experience. Obviously have Mamma Mia, where I played Sophie. The Birds, which was my first COVID show. Well, my first like on stage COVID show. I played Euripides, an old man. Then we have A Christmas Carol, which was my first ever like high school musical that I did in 9th grade, and I was simply an ensemble member, but my name was Sally, so. Cinderella, where I got to play stepsister with my best friend JoJo, which was the girl you saw in the last video, so if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Then we have Selfie, which was directed by one of my good friends, Emily Lean, and I played Caitlin. Honk, which is actually the musical coming up, what I hope it will be, and also how it's been so far, like prepping and all that. We have the Monkeys Paw, directed by my good friends Parker Jalen and Jaime Pedregon, and really great experience. I played Mrs. White. We have I Never Saw Another Butterfly, which was my first COVID show. We started on stage, but then of course it had to go virtual, so I filmed it at my house, and I played Aunt Vera. We have a Midsummer's Night's Dream, where I played Fairy. My first Shakespeare show, which was very interesting. We have Seussical Junior, which was my first ever theater show, and I got to be a bird girl, which was amazing. Good memories. We have Sister Act, where I played a hooker and a nun. But anyways, then we have The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, where I was like a wood nymph / ensemble member / I low-key was like tech. I'd like moved a lot of props and stuff. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with what I definitely know is my top, and that's Mamma Mia. I mean, honestly, it's like my first big role. It was my dream role. I don't know, go watch the video. So next I'm gonna put Sister Act on, oh my gosh, yes, because the show, the dancing, the connections I made, oh my gosh, it was just so much fun. I look back on that time and I wish I would have just like soaked it in more, just because I had like 5 costume changes. I was like dancing so much. I was being just super silly. Sister Act is a really fun show. Next, I'm gonna move to 146 Flame, and I'm gonna go with It Is What It Was. So student director at my school is like, you're supposed to, you know, do all these things, be the director, direct the show, but how it ended up was like I taught and blocked the show virtually. I did auditions virtually, and we actually only got to be on stage 3 times, and one of those times was filming. And so the only reason why I say It Is What It Was to all my cast members watching is just simply because the product was interesting, to say the least. But that's why I say it is what it was. Seussical is also, and it is what it was. It was my first musical. It was super fun. I didn't really know a lot about it, but no, scratch that. It's super fun. Would do again. I never forgot that show. I never, ever, ever forgot it. That was amazing. I don't even know where to put the rest of these, honestly. A Christmas Carol is going in. It was fine. Meh. The show was fun. The musical for us is always in the fall. September, when auditions were, we were like, yeah. So it was meh. I got cut for being a tap dancer. Next, I'm gonna go with a Monkey's Paw as super fun. Would do it again. I got to play this like really old lady that just was like, ah. And let me just tell you, Parker and Jaime did an amazing job. The show was super fun. My castmates, we built such great connections, and I got to really advance my acting, which, you know, is like really fun to do. Do the birds as no thank you. Okay, let me explain. First off, none of my friends were in the show, sadly. It was a really hard show to understand. Really, really hard show. Like halfway through the show, I just kind of like leave and like sit on stage. First COVID show with like masks and stuff. I mean, like, you know, it wasn't terrible, but I wouldn't do it again. But great experience. I got an outstanding for it after I was evaluated. All right, I'm going to move on to Cinderella, and I'm going to put that in super fun. Would do it again. Being like a bigger role for like the first time ever in middle school, I was like, wow. And especially because the other sister was JoJo, I was like, what? It was so much fun to finally get to showcase the talents that I kind of had, you know? And of course, I just love Cinderella, and I made really good friends from that. Next, I'm going to talk about The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I'm going to put it in It Is What It Was. Okay, so first of all, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was super, super fun. I wanted to be one of the 4 kids, but that's okay. I got to be a wood nymph with my friend Abby, and that was a blast. I had so many different like little roles where I just got to come on stage, I got to move the lamp, and you know, the story is just so much fun. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And that's why I said it is what it was, just because like I had fun. It is what it was. My costume was cute. It's a good memory to look back on. Okay, I'm gonna talk about I Never Saw Another Butterfly, as it was fine. Meh. Okay, and let me explain. So I Never Saw Another Butterfly is about the Holocaust, which is crazy sad. Like, literally during read-through, we were all crying. It was crazy. My other best friend, Claire, got casted as the lead, which is Raya, and I could not believe it. It was so amazing to like get to see her like act and like be that girl. I don't know. And overall, the show was amazing. We were gonna do it in the round. We were going to, you know, have like planes flying ahead. We were gonna have little like paper things and like names fall from the sky every time they listed a child who had passed. It was gonna be such a beautiful show, but the thing about it, it was too good to be true. And then when COVID hit, it was just like, dang it, now we have to record it. Now it's going to be from our houses. No one's going to really understand it because it's not on the stage. Being a part of like the family and being a part of Raya's family and being her aunt, it was so intense. Every single rehearsal, and I absolutely loved that. So that's why I'm saying like it was fine, it was mid, and we'll move on. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna do A Midsummer's Night's Dream, as it was fine, it was meh again. I was a fairy, and it was my first Shakespeare show, and like the thing with Shakespeare shows is like you come on, and then you're done. So, it was fine, it was meh, and like I'm not saying it was a bad experience, but like, yeah. Selfie is next. I'm gonna put Selfie as It Is What It Was. I played Caitlin, I played the flower hippie child, and it's about like cell phones and like growing up and stuff, and you know, it wasn't bad. Like Emily did such a great job, you know, like thinking of things and creativity. I still had fun though. Okay, and our final show, Honk, which I haven't done yet. Now they just have released like the audition songs and the audition dance, and like I picked out a monologue. I don't know. It's gonna be a really fun show. I'm gonna put it into super fun. Would do it again. Having like some like fun little times, like learning the dance and honk, and I want to be Ida. I want to be the mother duckling. And overall, I'm excited. It's gonna be my final musical. You know, I think no matter what, because it's gonna be like a small cast in a more intimate setting because of like COVID and stuff, I think it's just gonna make the show like really, really great. And so here we are. Here's my tier list. Looking at it, you know, it feels pretty good. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for checking out my tier list and all the shows. If you have any questions about the shows I've been in, comment down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Bye.